So I've been asked to do a video on leaderboards and how to understand where your placement is. So here's all about that. Firstly, you're going to want to go to the frozen front section and click on leaderboards. Now, when you see it right now, it's not going to show you the current rewards that you're going to be given, but I will put up on screen where I was right before the event ended. So essentially what it was is that if you had a place where you just participated or you played 5 matches for Naval, for example, you'll get 100 war bonds. If you were in the top 50%, which I don't know exactly where the placement was for that, but if you played a couple of matches and you did well, you'd be near the top 50 because not a whole lot of people played Naval. You'd get 250 war bonds. That is the combination of it for level 50 as well as the level under it for just participating. They do stack, so you'll get both of these. The top 30% gets a total of 450 war bonds. The top 10%, which began at about the I'm thinking of aviation. Naval began at like 12,000 when I got into it for the top 10%. So if you were at the 12,000th rank or lower, which is what you want to be closest to number 1, you would get 2 keys and 450 war bonds. Being in top 10 allowed you to also get 3 keys total and 950 war bonds. So that's the total you would get from getting 1% in Naval. And along with that, you are guaranteed to get the HMS Centurion and the name frame if you were in the top 10 players of all time, which Cheems has done amazingly, and he's in the top 1 for ships, tanks, and aircraft. For tanks, it's pretty similar. For the participating level, you get 100 war bonds. Top 50 gets 250. Top 30 gets 450. Top 10, which began at also about 12k, gets 2 keys and 450 war bonds, and then the top 1% gets 3 keys and 950 war bonds. However, for this time, if you're in the top 10, you are guaranteed to get the XM1 Chrysler as well as the Nick frame. Aircraft, which I believe is the most interesting, was the bar for being in top 10 was the lowest. So instead of you having to get to the 12k or 12,000th rating spot or lower, it started at about 50,000 when I was like grinding through this Tuesday. So towards even the end of the event, there were a lot of people that weren't really working towards it, but a lot of people have played aviation, so that's why the bar was so low. It's pretty much the same where participants get 100 war bonds, top 50 get 250, top 30 get 450, and then if you got into the top 10, you could choose between getting the DO217M1 or the TU1, and then you were also given the Nick frame. The common rating was the one that was the most different from all of them. I believe top 10% also was about at 50,000 for this. So for the common rating, a participant gets 100 golden eagles, the top 50% gets 250 golden eagles, top 30% gets 450 golden eagles, top 10% gets 700 golden eagles, and then the top 1% get the frost resistant title as well as 950 golden eagles. So based on this, you can see from what I have right now, for the common rating, I am in the top 10% because that starts at about 50,000. For aircraft, I'm in the top 10% again because that starts at about 50,000. For tanks, because it starts at 12,000, I'm well within that at 7,000. And for ships, I'm well within that as well. Now, I haven't gotten my keys yet, and the opening for getting the Chrysler should be coming soon. I'm just kind of waiting until that happens. It could be early tomorrow, it could be later in the day. We're just going to have to kind of wait and see. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.